Hey, welcome. We're about to dive into a source that tackles one of the biggest questions out there. Okay, once you figure out who you are, what's next? How are you actually supposed to live? It's all about moving from just believing something to making it part of your everyday life. So let's walk through the journey our source material has mapped out for us. And really, this is the question at the heart of it all. It's not looking for some simple checklist, do these 5 things and you're good. It's so much deeper. It's about discovering a whole new way of being. So we're going to explore the answer our source gives us, and it all kicks off with a surprisingly simple and very personal invitation. Okay, so our journey begins right here with part 1, a personal invitation. So the whole thing kicks off with this incredibly simple 2-word call, follow me. Our source makes a really key point here. Christ doesn't just save, he calls. And think about that for a second. This isn't some generic command shouted out to a crowd. It's a personal, one-on-one invitation to a real relationship, one that's meant to completely transform you. This is the ground floor, the absolute starting point for everything that comes after. And that active yes, that responds to the call, well, that's what our source calls discipleship. It's a huge concept, and it's so important to get this. It's not a passive thing, right? It's not just about sitting back and believing a set of facts. Nope. It's an active, ongoing journey. The key takeaway is that it's all about a relationship, one that is designed to shape you and change you as you go. Which brings us to our second section, the cost of following. Because, let's be real, saying yes to an invitation like that, well, it's going to change things. Big time. So our source really frames this cost as a complete U-turn in your life's direction. I mean, look at the 2 paths here. On one side, you've got the default setting, right? A life that's all about me, myself, and I. My own goals, my own comfort, my own will. But answering that call to follow, that means flipping the script entirely. Suddenly, the focus shifts outward, to serving other people, to lining up your priorities with God's will. It's a total reorientation of your life's GPS, really. And this idea of sacrifice gets even deeper when you look at this verse from Romans. The source points to that incredible phrase, living sacrifice. I mean, think about what that means. A sacrifice is usually a one-and-done kind of thing, right? But a living sacrifice, that's totally different. It means it's not a one-time event where you just give something up and move on. It's a continuous, daily, active offering of your entire self. And that, right there, is described as the most genuine form of worship there is. All right, on to section 3, a daily rhythm. Because as our source explains, this whole living sacrifice thing isn't about some huge dramatic gesture. It's about something that gets woven into the fabric of your everyday life. So taking a cue from Luke 9:23, the source actually breaks down this big idea of daily surrender into a super clear 3-step path. Step 1, deny yourself. Basically, say no to those self-centered patterns we were just talking about. Step 2, take up your cross daily. That means every single day you embrace the service and sacrifice that day requires. And finally, step 3, follow him. You just do it. It's a simple loop, but man, it is profound when you think about it as a daily cycle. And that brings us to such a critical point. Discipleship isn't something you decide on a Tuesday and then you're done. It's a continuous, moment-by-moment choice. It's this constant rhythm of yielding, of listening, and of responding. It really does become the rhythm you live your life by. Okay, so for our final section, we're getting super practical. This is section 4, putting faith into practice. So the big question is, what does any of this look like on a hectic Monday morning, right? Well, the source offers a really practical tool called a rule of life. Now, don't let the name fool you. It's not a list of rigid, unforgiving laws. It's more like your own personal game plan, a framework of spiritual rhythms that you create for yourself. The core ingredients are usually consistent prayer, really spending time with scripture so it can guide you, and then actively keeping your eyes open for ways to serve the people around you. It's all about building that intention right into your week. And this is so, so important. The source makes it really clear that the point of a rule of life is not to give you a new reason to feel guilty. It's not some impossible standard you have to meet perfectly. The goal is simply intentionality. That's it. It's a tool to help you consciously, consistently live out that call to follow, even when life gets absolutely crazy. And so we're going to wrap up with this question, which comes straight from our source material. We've talked about the call, the cost, and the daily rhythm, but now the journey kind of turns back to you. Seriously thinking about this isn't just a mental exercise. It's maybe the most important next step in figuring out how this whole journey of discipleship could actually take shape in your own life. So what are the things getting in the way? What's standing between you and that daily surrender?